Hello and welcome back, everyone. It's Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Elite Discord Tournament. Game 3 coming at you as the Lockhorns will face off against the Justice. The Justice newcomer team to the tournament, facing off against a veteran, the Lockhorns, who made it to the second round before falling off to the Buzzwings in the first tournament. So we'll see how things play out in this one. So far, both of the home teams have won in the first two games of the tournament. We'll see if that trend continues here, as Zerwin Saunders will face off against Warden Wang. So let's get started here. We're going to go ahead and set the suggested lineup. And we're going to start things off with Blaine Collins. He was not in the tournament the first time around. Followed by Joe Tent, a former Thumper. We also have Alex Hazard here. He formerly played for the Overdogs. Followed by J.R. Vang, one of the main keepers from the last tournament, will remain with the Lockhorns. We also have Marv Kim with his first time here, along with Pod Montez. Gabriel Blanchard was able to be redrafted by the Lockhorns, so he makes it back over to the team. Elena Lim is new to the tournament, and then Emerson Smith, another former Lockhorn, will be able to remain on the team. Zerwin Saunders, the starter for the Lockhorns, getting his first attempt at the tournament. So a lot of new players in this tournament for the Lockhorns. If we move over to the Justice and set that lineup, we'll start things off with Linfield Harden, who hit for the Sewer Sneaks. So he will be joining the ace starter Warden Wang, coming over from the Sewer Sneaks, excuse me. Moving on, we have Skyla Luna, the number one pick for the Justice in the draft this time around. Also a former Overdog, so we'll be able to see what she is capable of this time around. We'll see if she gets through the first round. Ren Herbert, a teammate of Skyla Luna when they both played for the Overdogs. Sam Huffman will get his first start in the tournament. Pork Nelson, a former Buzzwing. We have Francesca Brown, a former Thumper. So these two played against each other in the championship series. Now Nelson will be getting the start at DH, while Francesca Brown will be starting behind the plate. Johnny Campos, his first time in the tournament. Albert Jaramillo, also a former Overdog. So three players in this starting lineup came from the Overdogs. And then Kamari Butler, another former Buzzwing, will get the start in left field for Warden Wang. So let's jump into this one and see how the Justice will fare as the new team in the tournament. This is the first new team we see so far. There are three of them. The other two will be facing off in a head-to-head matchup against each other in the next one. And here we go to Shaka. This was a bit of a rebellious choice of the Justice to pick the Shaka Sports Turf as their home park. Blaine Collins of the Lockhorns will come in. And Warden Wang steps on the mound and serves up a pitch to Collins deep to right field, and diving play from Ren Herbert. He had to run a long way as that ball hung up for a long time. And that's a big moment there already for the Justice. So they know what they're up against, and they're putting it all out on the line. Warden Wang tipped his cap to his right fielder, saying thank you for saving me, as he gave up the first pitch. Would have been an easy double, if not three. Joe Tent here with 2-2. Froze him for strike three, and Wang already with a nice pitch gets out number two. And Alex Hazard, the former Overdog, now turned Lockhorn, will come in to bat three against Wang. His tier 3 base jogger, so he's already slow. We're not going to expect him to move around the bases very quickly, or at all if he dribbles to the mound or to the plate like that. 2-2 count here with 2 outs for Wang. Ball outside, so we worked it full, and Hazard froze, and he's not agreeing with that call as Wang gets it on the inside corner for strike 3. And Harden has something to say to, I'm sorry, not Harden, Who was that again? Alex Hazard has something to say. I get like all of these first basemen mixed up together. They're all pretty much the same. 105 on the gun for that pitch from Zerwin Saunders, as he's already firing missiles in there. 100 on 3 different pitches, over 100 miles an hour there. 2-2 count. Tier 3 tough out activates for Linfield, and he'll use that to his advantage as he pushes that one up the middle for a base hit to lead off for his team. Interesting that they chose to put Harden in the #1 spot in the order, as he's a good hitter for sure, but definitely not very fast. So we'll see if that comes back to bite them as Skyla Luna comes up, the captain of this team. We'll see if she's able to move her teammate forward from first base. 1-2 count, and 103 on the gun, and chases high. Zerwin Saunders nods as he gets the first strikeout against the ace starter. I mean, the #1 pick. Now Ren Herbert with Tier 3 first pitch Slayer. We'll get the first pitch and we'll dribble to third base. Kim over to second, and Blanchard to Hazard for out #3. So a double play after the leadoff base hit. And the Lockhorns will turn back to offense to see what they can do. Starting with J.R. Vang, big hitter in the tournament last time. He's going to try and be patient here as Wang is already locked in. 2-0 count, and chases way out of the zone there on a strike, and gets a ball right at the bottom of the zone, but he fouls it off. This one's sent to deep left field and over. Oh, no, Kamari Butler. I thought that may have been able to get over his head. Instead, nice range from the left fielder, getting back there and catching that for out #1. This park is going to hold a lot of balls. And now here comes Marv Kim with a ton of power as he gets it into that one, but right to Johnny Campos at third for out #2. Pond Montez, Tier 3 base jogger, and she'll come up to the plate against a locked-in Wang. 1-1 count here, and strike 2 taken at the bottom of the zone. So with 2 outs, Pond chases one way out of the zone for strike 3, and it looks to be a pitcher's duel, at least for now. Something very unique from the rest of this tournament so far, as we have seen so much offense from all 4 teams, and now to see no runs scored through 3 half innings. Definitely doesn't feel right. Here comes Sam Huffman. Has Tier 2 RBI hero not activated here as he grounds out to second base. Out #1. Pork Nelson was a bit quiet when he played for the Buzzwings. He's looking to see if he can maybe turn things around in a new environment. We'll see how he likes playing at Shaka Sports Turf. Has some phenomenal contact, but has to swing the bat, of course. And there he makes contact, but pops it straight up, right behind the plate, and barely had to move. Emerson Smith staying in his crouch almost, and just looks up and catches that for out #2. Francesca Brown with Tier 3 first pitch Slayer also has Tier 2 easy target, so that helps Zerwin. And the first pitch is a ball, so that trade is gone. Swings through strike 1. And then hits it hard but high. And it's going to hang up in center field. Calling it is Lim for out #3. So another quick inning for the Justice offense. So far, 1 hit through 2 innings. We'll see which team cracks first. Gabriel Blanchard will come up. Does not get that Tier 3 contact versus righties trait activated, as Wang is a lefty. And fouls one off here. Wang's still locked in. And nice diving play from Johnny Campos. Gets up, it takes his time to recover, and tosses to first for out #1. Looked like it could have been a base hit. Instead, out #1 and Alina Lim. Oh, first pitch swinging. She sends it to deep left field, and again, Kamari Butler on his horse chases that one down for out #2. That ball was loud, but this park holds it in. And that's out #2. Wang still locked in. And hit this one off the end of the bat, hanging up and into the sliding glove of Kamari Butler. A hell of a play from the left fielder. The defense is on today as the Justice have both of their outfielders in the corners making incredible plays. The diving catch from Ren Herbert in the first inning, and then that sliding catch from Butler here to end the top of the third. Zerwin Saunders has so far, as he's locked in, matched Wang pitch for pitch. And Campos almost gets hit on that one. 3-1 count and gets the strike in there for strike two. And full count swinging here in the third inning. Halfway through this game, still throwing over 100 miles an hour. Zerwin Saunders gets the strikeout. Albert Jaramillo comes in now. Takes a ball high. Swings through strike one. Pops that one up right in front of the plate. I don't know who's calling that one. It's Emerson Smith catching that for out number two. And Kamari Butler will get his first at bat. Contact versus righty's not activated. Little Hack is sitting at tier 2 and will activate here. Take strike one. Kamari will take a ball, so that loses Little Hack. And hits that one hard right field and right to Blaine Collins for out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning for Zerwin Saunders, and the Lockhorns will look to see if they can change things in the second time through the order. Warden Wang has had everyone's number so far. Blaine Collins will be the first one to try again. We'll take a ball at the bottom of the zone. And that one swings right in there on the nice slider. 1-1 count. Ooh. He hit that one hard right on the barrel, but a little ahead of it and pulls it foul. Stays alive there. 1-2 count for Collins. Will take ball 2. That's 101 miles an hour for Wang. And pulls the string. 90 mile an hour. 11 mile an hour difference there on that pitch from the last one, and gets the strikeout there. So Joe Tent, now it's your turn to try and figure things out. Rally starter not activated as neither team has scored yet. So Joe Tent is looking to use that power. He hits that one foul, just misses and fouls it back. And then again, pulls the string, and Joe Tent will lose some mojo there. He heads back to the dugout and says, "Come on, Alex, get us here, pick us up." So he comes up to the plate, 0-for-1. Warden Wang. It's a pop foul there, so it's 1-1 with 2 outs here. Alex seeing the ball well here, takes that one low. That strike catches the bottom zone, so 1-2 or 2-2, and strikes out once again. So what an outing from Warden Wang through 4 innings here. And now we turn to the Justice offense, looking to see if they can break through against Zerwin Saunders. Zerwin will see Linfield Harden for the second time today. This is Linfield, the only one to get a hit against Zerwin Saunders to lead off the game for the Justice offense, and that has been it so far. So he lines out to second base, and Skyla Luna, who struck out last time, will hit the first pitch right to Blanchard, who will toss it to first for out number 2. And Ren Herbert looking to see if he can square up on that first pitch and send it a long way here. Tier 3 first pitch slayer. And Zerwin has to be careful as he throws that one high, probably on purpose. Oh, but it doesn't matter as that ball sent to deep center field all the way back. And oh, I thought maybe Lim was going to be able to catch that one. The ball almost stayed in the park at 446, and Ren Herbert made the diving play to potentially save a run in the first inning, and it turns around and is the hero so far for the Justice, as Justice is served on that pitch, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Justice. That might be all that they need as Saunders stays in the game. He was locked in. He's back to neutral here. 1-2 count with 2 outs, and that's going to be pushed foul. He almost managed to get out of the game get out of that inning unscathed, but instead he gave up the solo home run, gets a strikeout there, still here in the 4th inning, throwing over 100 miles an hour, and that's not even locked in. So the Lockhorns here Down by 1 now, and J.R. Vang looking to see if maybe he can lock in here and find one that he can drive. Warden Wang still locked in. Throws 100 miles an hour there here in the top of the 5th. And quickly ahead of Vang, 0-2. Vang versus Wang, the matchup we've all been looking for. Takes inside, just misses the corner there. And Chase is strike 3, so Wang versus Vang it goes the way of Wang. I'm going to get real tongue-tied here in a second. Now Marv Kim comes up. Warden Wang now on fire. That workhorse trait doing its job at tier 3, along with that tier 2 elite curveball. And 1-1 count here. Popped foul there. Marv Kim looking for an off-speed pitch to drive. Instead, he takes a fastball, or I guess that's not a fastball, at the bottom of the zone for strike 3. And 2 outs now for Pond Montez, 0 for 1. Her second chance at Warden Wang, and these pitchers these hitters are just frozen at the plate. They don't know what to do against Warden. And there it is again, another strikeout. And another 1-2-3 inning for Warden Wang as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Justice looking to add a little bit on to help their ace. Zerwin Saunders is still on the mound for the Lockhorns. He has pitched phenomenally. He has given up 2 hits. That's it. A base hit to start the game. Was lights out all the way until he gave up that home run to Ren Herbert. And that's the difference in this ball game so far. 1-2 count, and Pork Nelson staying alive with that solid contact. He popped up to the catcher last time and fights to stay alive here. 2-2 count, and Zerwin's like, I don't know what to throw this guy. And that ball's going to be hit into center. 1 hops to limb, and another base hit. Zerwin Saunders has given up his 3rd hit of the game. And to compare between the two, that is awful. Of course, we know that this is just a really, really good pitcher in Zerwin Saunders, and all things considered, in any of these other games, he would be an MVP. 0-2 count here for Francesca Brown. Gets a little help from that easy target trait. 55th pitch is sent foul, and we're still going to do 0-2. There's ball 1, just misses the corner there. And Saunders will get the pop-up there. He's just kind of saying, nobody, why are they still making contact? Just strike out already. She fouls another one off. Really great at-bat here from Brown. But she froze on that one. That was not the pitch she was expecting. And she kind of just looks at Zerwin and just kind of gives him a little bit of a nod, a little bit of a respect on that pitch. And that's going to be it for Zerwin. Teacup Roden comes in. Teacup, a former, I believe Teacup is a former sewer sneak. Waiting to see my data here. And she gets a strike there. Yep, former Roden. And gets a strike, just completely froze on that one. And now Albert Jaramillo comes up 0 for 1. We're still in max pressure, so mojos get boosted higher or drop lower. We'll see quickly how fast these players can pull through. And a grounder to second. And finally, the inning ends for the Lockhorns pitching. And now they will come to the top of the 6th with their last chance at coming back in this one. It's going to be 7-8-9 for a chance to do something against Warden Wang, who's on fire. And it doesn't look like he's... Gets a grounder to short there. Skyla Luna with the backhand tosses to first for out number 1. Elena Lim now here with her chance to see what she can do. Still in max pressure. Warden Wang will throw the first one out of the zone here. This one drops right in, and she pops it foul. 1-1, swings through strike 2. 100 miles on the gun still in the 6th inning. That ball hit into center field, and it gets down in front of Huffman. Huffman did not go for the ball, and Warden Wang just kind of stands there in disbelief. Oh. I really thought Huffman was going to dive for that one. And instead, the first base runner for the Lockhorns reaches first base here. 64th pitch, and the runner takes off on the hit and run, strikes out or strikes, swings through that one and misses. Tough out will activate now as she gets caught stealing. So now nobody on for Emerson Smith, the last chance for the Lockhorns, and he fights one foul, 1-2 count. Wang's still locked in. That's going to be blooped into right field. It's going to hang up, calling it, and catching it is Ren Herbert. Oh my God, Warden Wang just went so close to a perfect game. He faced the minimum. Complete game shutout. One hitter. Holy shit. Justice win this one 1-0. Woo! That's a wild ball game. What a way to start this tournament. Game one between the Lockhorns and the Justice. Look at that line for the Lockhorns. Elena Lim. One hit. Oh no! 9 strikeouts. Jeez. Man, that's rough. I can just imagine one boy right now just so mad at himself. Anyone else in center field probably makes that catch. You probably could have put Ren Herbert into center field and he would have dove and made that play. Oh my God. 3 hits given up for the Lockhorns pitching staff. Ren Herbert, or Hebert, excuse me. I've been calling him Herbert all night long. I didn't even see the R isn't there. Ren Hebert, with his only hit being a solo home run. The difference in this one, man, really, really tough loss for Zerwin Saunders. In any other game, you see that, and you're gonna think that he won that game, but instead, 4 1/3, giving up 3 hits, 1 earned run, a solo home run, and 4 strikeouts. He gets a loss. Teacup Roden comes in, gets 2 outs, 1 via strikeout, and then Warden Wang. 6 innings, 1 hit. Happened in the 6th inning with 5 1/3 perfect innings. And then gives up a base hit, gets the runner caught stealing, second base, and then gets a fly out to end the game. Face the minimum here, 9 strikeouts. Warden Wang should be number 1, Ren Hebert number 2, and Zerwin Saunders number 3. That's the way it should be. Oh my God, what a game. I noticed it early. I didn't want to say anything. I know the rules, and oh man, that was so close. I have yet to see a perfect game in this. I know it's only 6 innings, but still, I've never seen a perfect game before, and that was so freaking close. Alrighty, well, that was fun. Hope you enjoyed. And when we come out next time, we will see 2 brand new managers. The manager of the Underworld facing off against the Joyriders. And we're going to see what these 2 teams are made of, what we can expect from them, and we'll get to see all 8 teams after this game. So thank you so much for joining. Let me know what you thought of that game. When did you notice the perfect game was coming from Warden Wang? And man, how about Zerwin Saunders? The guy got the raw end of the deal as he ended up losing that game, in which he only gave up 1 run on 3 hits. That's just unfair. But anyways, thank you so much for joining. We'll see you all next time. We'll talk to you later. Bye, everyone.